Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Colin and Jesh. Maya, welcome. Nick, welcome. Let us know where you're coming from. Where are folks arriving from? Here from Brooklyn. And happy to be here. Excited news from Brooklyn. We have a new, delicious, wonderful, fun puppy here. Maybe we'll pull her out after the end of the stream just to say hello. And then we'll get to do a little trigger practice with our cute little puppy. Sela's been quite a handful. I'm sort of learning that having a puppy is not only a lot of work, it's a lot of confusion. We're not sure what we're training her to do half the time because everything you do is training them, so it's a little confusing. But I think she now thinks that play means then she pees. So she's now peeing on our kitchen floor quite regularly. So that's the current situation. Very fun, as I'm sure you can imagine. Let's see. Yeah. So where are folks coming from? I'd be curious where folks are landing from now as we begin to prepare ourselves. West Village, New York, Colin, as per usual. I thought maybe you'd be in some special location. But that's a pretty special location wherever you are. And Cape Cameron, India. Thanks, Tamalan. Very appreciated. And what I was going to say is that Colin and I were actually going to be talking. Today is Wednesday, so we're going to be hanging out and talking tomorrow. And I'm excited about that. Oh, you're still feeling bad in Karlstad. Nick, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully we'll be able to soothe your ailing ways. Excellent. So thanks, folks, for joining. And so we're going to be meditating for, oh my goodness, a new subscriber, Nick. Thanks again for subscribing. That's such a kind thing of you to do. It gives me skeleton-shaped hearts. So if folks don't know, subscription is a way to not see ads anymore, and I think just support the channel in general. I'm going to find out if we can just turn the ads off. I don't think we can. I don't think we're allowed to, but that's the general breakdown. Okay, folks, so we're going to meditate here. That's the good news. And we're going to meditate for 25 minutes. We're going to continue our theme here. We've been focusing on gone, and we're going to expand that. So what gone is basically the ending of certain experiences. And it seems rudimentary. It's like, oh, sure, things arise and things pass. But what we're going to dip into is that passing experience is fundamental to the perceptual experience of a human being. Tapping into that taste of the collapsing of any particular experience has a mini taste of nirvana. So the deepest experiences of awakening are really available right now in little micro doses, and we're going to be exploring that. So folks, finding a nice comfortable seated position. Oh, just before I start, yesterday the audio was very low. I want to make sure that it is reasonable now. If the audio is okay, Tamalin, will you let me know? And then we'll go from there. So great. So we'll get that info in a second. So finding a nice comfortable position. Great. Nick says it's fine. It is better. Okay, does that mean it needs to go up even more? Because we could make it go higher. But if that's good enough, then we'll keep it there. Okay, great. So folks, find a nice comfortable position that you can maintain for the duration of the sit. You're not in meditation detention, but let's be honest, you're in meditation detention. No, I'm just kidding, but we are going to stay still. We're going to keep the body still, and that's a feedback loop so that we know when the body suddenly moves that we're losing a little bit of our concentration, we're losing a little bit of the stability. And if we have to move, if we're very uncomfortable, then we can feel free. So let's see. Okay, great. So we're going to jump in, finding that nice comfortable position. And when you're ready, just gently closing the eyes. Beginning by taking a few comfortable deep breaths and just feeling the body rise and fall. Paying attention to each moment as it comes, letting it replace any previous experiences. And we'll begin by sweeping through the body to be sure we're not holding any undue tension. So starting at the top of the head, relax the brow, relax the muscles behind the eyes, allow the face to go smooth, relaxing the back of the tongue and allowing the jaw to go slack, letting gravity pull the jaw, no need to hold it closed. Relaxing the neck and the shoulders, the upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, and relaxing the hands. Again, letting the sensations of the hands be brand new. Precisely, what does it feel like to have the experience of human hands in this particular moment? Letting go of any attempt to control the breath, and letting the body breathe naturally. Noticing the tightening and relaxing of the upper chest and upper back as the breath comes and goes. Relaxing the belly and the lower back. Letting go into the lower back, letting the muscles around the tailbone release. This will very, very slightly allow the hips to open and relax. Relaxing the upper legs and knees. The calves, the ankles, and relaxing the feet. And tuning into relaxation throughout the entire body. All sensations that are neutral or pleasant. So this should be every body sensation aside from unpleasant ones. And seeing if we can gather those all together to detect the larger field of these sensations rather than any particular one. And while holding this large pool of material, we're just going to slightly increase the volume knob, the awareness of some of the detailed breath sensations wherever we'd like to observe them, at the abdomen or the sensations at the tip of the nose. But let's not collapse down to the attention of these areas, staying with the awareness of all the body sensations together, all the restful sensations. And simply knowing the detail of the breath sensations without even necessarily needing to bring them to the foreground. If we moved the dial all the way in one direction, we would just notice the detail of the breath and nothing else. So we're not doing that. If we move the dial in the opposite direction, we'll just notice the restful sensations as a whole altogether in the body. So we're keeping about 75% with the awareness of the sensations of the body and maybe 15 to 25% of the sensations of the breath. Finding a balance between these two where they begin to stabilize each other. And if at any point we lose this balance, simply reorganizing our attention and awareness, leaving any judgment of the practice behind. This is simply something else that's not either of these sense areas. And playing this simple game, letting the simplicity of the game be the challenge. Can we gently guide the mind to stay with this balancing process? And when judgment or evaluation inevitably arise. Just understanding that that's natural as well. And coming back to the object of meditation, which is the balance between these two experiences. And now we're going to make a slight transition. And to begin this insight practice, I'd like you to become aware of any experience of self that's occurring right now. And self can manifest in several different ways. It can be a location that we tend to associate with self. It can be a sense of my world. It can be a sense of that which is inside versus that which is outside. So just connecting with whatever kind of self is arising in this moment. And whatever that is, noticing that it continues to renew itself over and over. It's brand new to us each moment. Just like any other sensation, it appears as new over and over and over again. So noticing that newness, the presentness of these sensations. Just staying in contact with this continuous new experience of self, which will change. Sometimes it'll be a more intense experience of self. Sometimes it'll be a less intense experience of self. And since we know that the mind experiences sensation through contrast, so each new moment, and it shows us something new. So in this way, using our peripheral awareness to begin to detect the disappearance of self. What is the disappearance of self? It's that which is not this new experience of self. So observing this by contrast. Observing this experience of self simply collapse as it's replaced by a new experience over and over. It might even come to feel like a continuous flow. If we can find the new experience of self, simply observing the absence, that which helps us see this newness by contrast. This is the collapsing of the previous moment self. We might even connect with one of these new experiences of self and hold on to it. Notice that it collapses and becomes replaced again by a new self. And each time we notice this self collapsing, dissolving, breaking down, we can use the word gone. Just labeling it, allowing it to flow away, and beginning the process over again. Making an effort not to overthink this. Just experiencing self. Watching that decay or degrade. We may not be able to bring it into the foreground of attention, so we might need to watch this through the broad open awareness. And allowing a little bit of light to enter the eyes. Eventually letting them rest on one point as they fully open. Simply observing the experience of self collapsing, ending, disappearing. And letting this moment of transition be the teacher that shows us how to bring this practice into every aspect of our life. That was fun. What was that like? What happened? And what do you like now? So folks, consider what that was like for you. Any reports you might want to give. I had a jangle, I don't know if you could hear it in the middle of that indicated there was someone at the door. So I'm going to need to address that very quickly, and I'll be back in just one moment. For now, let me know in the chat how that was, what happened, and what do you like now? Back in 30 seconds. Okay, so we have a number of packages. We've never done mail time on this live stream, but maybe we should. A very kind and generous supporter of the stream, you know who you are. I'm not sure if, I won't even say if they're here now or if they're watching this on rebroadcast, but they made a very nice donation, and that was very kind. So because of that, we got to get some new puppy stuff, and so as soon as the puppy arrived, we realized all of this. We thought we had bought everything, we were ready to roll, and then we realized, wow, we have a lot more stuff to buy. So it's been showing up in all these packages. So we'll do a little unboxing. Let me know, still let me know what your reports are. Let me go so I can see what people are saying, if they're saying. And let's see. No audio. Okay, great. That's an earlier message. Okay, great. So let's see what we got in here. Make sure this is for me, because sometimes I'll grab a box, break it open, and realize this is not for me. They gave it to the wrong door. Okay, what do we have? Oh, okay. So we have not one, but 2 doggy harnesses, so that I can walk around with this little pup on my chest when we go places. We have all these ambitious plans on how to bring this puppy around and show it all these different things in life, which is important in its early days, so that it, can know what reality is and not be scared of it. But the problem with that is that you can't go past their ordinary speed, their general tendency to be okay with X, Y, or Z, so you have to go very slowly. So we have all these ambitious plans, but then we're realizing that that's not necessarily going to work. So how does this thing go together? Oh, I see. Okay. So it goes like this, fits over here, and then you have a doggy on your chest. I don't know if you can see this, but his little pawsies would stick out here, and his head would be here, and just walking around. That'd be like the doggy daddy walking around with that. So we got 2 of those because we didn't know the right size, and we didn't want to wait. So we're going to return one. This is this for me? Yep, also for me. What is this? Looks more like something official. What they do here, what UPS does, is they come and they say, we need a signature, and they'll come to the door and say, where's the signature? And then they'll just leave it anyway without a signature. So that's what happened. Okay, this is some sort of official letter from who I don't know, but it's in an envelope instead of being in the mail. So we'll look at that later. This one is also for me, and we'll find out what's in here. Hope this is fun for folks. It's fun for me. I love opening packages. There was no audio throughout the meditation, if you hadn't realized. I had not realized. Well, there we go. Just sitting. Sorry, folks. It was a great meditation. Probably my best ever. So I'm very sorry that you didn't get to hear it. But, I guess it won't be on the restream. Okay, so Tamerlan, this is what we're going to do. I have the recording here. So for the restream, again, sorry you didn't get to hear this. For the restream, let's patch the 2 together, and we'll just publish the video on our YouTube. Here's the thing. Tamerlan, will you post the second YouTube channel, which we need 100 subscribers before we can change the name? I usually could say, hey, it's youtube.com/deepmindfulness, but it's our second channel, so we can't rename it until we get 100 subscribers. Will you post the link to that YouTube channel? And that's where all the playbacks are. I think they may be public already, but they might not be. So, okay, first thing. Okay, we'll do the more boring one first. This is this is an enzyme spray that gets rid of when the dog pees in the kitchen, which it keeps doing. It will eliminate the odor so the dog won't pee there again. We already own one of these, but it's the irony is, and I left a review on Amazon. I never do that, but I did this time. The irony is that let's see. The irony is that it's the fragrance of this urine, eliminator thing for puppies smells precisely like a urinal cake. It is unbelievable. I didn't even know it was such a precise fragrance until I smelt it. I truly don't know why someone designed a product that's meant to get rid of the sort of scent of pee, especially for the dog, because it can smell things underneath, what we can smell, that smells just like human pee. Raquel says she has no interaction with urinals, so to her it just smells like a cleaning fragrance. But I needed to get one that was like eucalyptus or something, because it was just way too much. So this is the slightly more exciting thing. This is 7 clickers because we always need them to train the dog and we never have them around. So here we have 7 of these things. It's probably really loud for the mic, so I'll do them nearby. I don't know if I can get all 7 going at once, but we thought we'd buy them. This is like $6, so we bought a bunch of them. This one looks totally smashed. It's no good. Oh, it's a very quiet clicker. This is one for the stream. So, okay, that one's down, but the rest are good. So that's our little haul for today. I think we're going to have more tomorrow, and hopefully have some on Friday so folks can see all the things that we've found. What should we do with all these channel points? I'm not that into Twitch. Well, Tomalin, do you mind giving? Oh, thank you. Tomalin posted the link there in the chat, so feel free to go there. You can also just go to our website, which has both channels listed. So that's deepmindfulness.io. And let's see. So the sorry, this thing's very crinkly. So Nick, I don't know Twitch very well either. Maybe Tomalin can let us know what to do with those channel points that you're getting from subscribing. Okay, these clickers are all on top of my mouse now. Okay, yeah, you can make custom emotes if you'd like. So little, when you want to put little things in the chat that are cute and funny. One of these or something. Does that show up in our... Oh, it does. It actually shows up on the screen, so you can do all sorts of silly stuff. Okay. Wow, okay. You can do some funny stuff. Even that's without even being a subscriber. Those are the ones that anyone can use. Oh, you can highlight your message. So if you want to leave a message and you think I won't see it, then you can highlight it, which is very exciting. Okay, lots of bells and whistles. Okay, folks, so any reports? What happened? Oh, I realized there's no reports. Okay, so this was a just sitting meditation, so it looked like no one got any of the instruction that I was giving, which is lucky because it was a terrible meditation. No, what we did, and report on whatever your experience was, what we did was we focused on the experience of self, focus on the fact that it is always, we can detect it as always new. And then we pointed out that because the mind observes basically everything through contrast, it can hear the sound of my voice because there's not 100 of my voice occurring at the same time. It hears the contrast between the silence and then my voice. In the same way, if we can detect this self as it's arising, as it tends to over and over again, because of that, we can detect the absence of that self, the disappearing of that self as it sort of collapses in time. So we're watching the dawning of self. So that's a little bit of fun. So what happened? What were people's experiences there of that meditation? Each time you give a great report, I'll clicker you so you know that you did a great job. My puppy's probably in its little pen right now, freaking out, thinking there's treats coming. But no pressure, everyone. No pressure. Okay, well, folks, I don't want to pressure anyone into chit-chatting. Also, Tomalin, will you throw in the link for the audio Discord if anyone wants to chat out loud? If you have a more in-depth, specific question, I'm happy to answer that. And then we'll go from there. And then that'll be, if no one wants to, that's fine, but we will jump into our less than 48 hour countdown to our next stream, which will be very fun. And excellent. Okay. What else? Is there anyone in the waiting room? Nope, that's okay. Okay, folks, so what we're going to do then is we're going to call it for today. It's great to see everyone here. I had this idea, which I think I was chatting about with, let's see. Oh, thank you, Tomalin. That's the audio, to send you to the audio part of our Discord. I think that if you're new to our Discord, you can put in a fake name or put in a real name, whatever you want, and then it'll send you to a welcome page. From there, you just go to the voice waiting room and I'll pull you in. But I had this idea recently about having people like a kind of peanut gallery here with us live through Zoom, and they can be here as part of the sort of the fun. So let me know if folks are interested in that, and then we'll include that. It'll be fun to have some more folks here because it always tends to be a little more lively when we have some other folks. And yes, we will go from there. And if folks are currently visiting us from the meditation and mindfulness community, welcome. It's great to see you here. Feel free to follow so that we can have a good time, have fun, and chit chat. Okay, folks, great to see you. Looking forward to connecting soon. And in less than 48 hours, we'll be back here. So thank you, folks. And we'll put on the outro music. Hopefully it works. I think, didn't it not work last time? I get it. I want to know from Tomlin if this is like normal. If this is normal that this many things can go wrong in general. Okay, let's see. Okay, folks, I'll be able to hear you, see you, and I'll chit chat. Let me know if you can hear me, even though the music is rolling. Yeah. All right, folks. Great to see you. Thanks for joining today. It's lovely to have you here. Lovely, lovely. As always, what a great time. Thanks for everyone for joining. Thanks, Colin, Commander Root, Jamlar, Jesh, Nick. Thanks for everyone for being here and everyone who came and disappeared halfway through. Lovely to have you as always. This restream is going to be up on our YouTube, which the link is above if you haven't seen it. And it'll be popping up soon. We'll just edit that and throw that in there. Awesome, folks. Thanks so much. Great to see you. All right, signing off. Okay, folks, have a great day.